Yeah, thanks, Claudia, and thanks to all of you for joining us here today. Um, More importantly, I'd like to thank all of the teachers here for all the work that you do on behalf of economic and financial literacy. I'll be brief in my prepared remarks. I'd like to use the bulk of our half hour together to engage in a dialogue about economic and financial education and to hear your thoughts about what sorts of initiatives you think might be helpful or anything else you're thinking about in terms of the economy. As we heard in the questions to Chairman Bernanke, your counterparts around the country had a wide range of challenging questions for the chairman, and certainly we're open to expanding the dialogue along those lines. The Fed's commitment to financial education is as much a personal one for me, I think, as it is an institutional one. And this is something I think one could say for many other people around the system. Like the chairman, like all of you, I've spent a large part of my working life in front of classrooms. And I come to my current position with a deep appreciation for the importance of economic and financial literacy. And entering the world of policymaking, as I have over the last 3 years, has only reinforced that belief of the importance of economic and financial literacy. And I think the lessons of the recent financial crisis actually provide a case in point along those lines. Now, as Claudia discussed, I think the Minneapolis Fed's efforts in this area long predated my own relatively brief tenure as president. I'll give just one of many examples. Our community development staff have spearheaded the bank's participation in personal financial education through their involvement with the Jumpstart Coalition. And Claudia mentioned, I think, another good example is our involvement with the Minnesota Council on Economic Education. At the system level, as the chairman mentioned, the Fed plays a role in developing materials for teachers of economics and personal finance for use in the classroom, all the way from kindergarten through college. And anyone interested in seeing these materials created by staff here and other district reserve banks can go to, as he alluded to, www.federalreserveeducation, all one word, .org to see what's available. So I don't have much more to say because I want to spend our time on questions and answers. But I feel I would be enormously remiss if I didn't acknowledge the outsized contributions of Claudia Parliament. Economic and financial educators in Minnesota and around the country have had no better ally than Claudia and the Minnesota Council for Economic Education. Everyone attending this week's conference can see how tirelessly she's worked for years to promote economic and financial education. She recently retired, but she's still active, as is evidenced by her presence today. So I think I'd like to take a moment to express our gratitude. Thanks a lot, Claudia. So let's, happy to just throw open the floor for questions.